Welcome to this new Addon Spotlight. In this Addon Spotlight we're gonna look at the city of Guimaraes, which is in the northern part of Portugal and didn't receive any updates as part of the latest world update, which was taking place in both Spain and Portugal. The nice thing is that developers have picked this up and added, I would say, several photogrammetry stuff, items to the city itself. And including multiple points of interest, in total roughly 12 points of interest. A few of them with markers, as you can already see, the markers are popping up. One of them is a soccer stadium, that's the first one we're gonna visit. And then we're gonna look at the other point of interest, which are a few statues. Then there's a castle, and of course there's a church, which is in most cases part of the, let's say, world updates. So really nice to see. So the first thing we're gonna see is the Estadio de Afonso Henriques. That's the one in front of us. So let's decrease the altitude, but also decrease the speed. You can see the weather is pretty nice. It's a little bit windy, right? The aircraft is, I would say, not flying very stable, so we need to make some small corrections here and there. Most of the points of the interest are, I would say, either at the center or at the center of the city, right? The four in the which you see on the left side, and there's one which is a little bit further, say, outside the city center, which is the soccer stadium. So let's switch to a different view in this case, right? Because then we can have a closer look. It's gonna decrease the engine power, right? A lot of details, including the goals, the seats for the, I would say, supporters. So really nice to see that they added those details. Left from the stadium there are a few statues. The Mumadona Stadium, or statue, the Palace of Dukes of Braganza, and the Guimaraes Castle. And there's another statue which we missed. So I'm gonna do another round before we're, let's say, climbing up to the hills, because in the hills there's a church and also another statue. See, there's also a highway below us. So the closest airport to the city is, let's say, in the north from the city. So it's Braga Airport. So that's something you, let's say, need to keep in mind, that if you want to fly, let's say, 5-6 minutes to visit the city, then Braga Airport is the best one. Else you can depart from Porto International Airport, which is of course a larger airport. But that one is a little bit longer flying. So here we go for second pass. Increase the speed a bit because we need to climb up to the hill. Else if we don't do that right, the angle of attack will be an issue. So here we can see the King, the Afonso Henriques Stadium, or statue, sorry, on the right end. Just, I would say, on the right, say, wheel. You can see the soccer stadium. And this is the point, or these are the point of interest in the middle of the city center. So let's increase speed and let's make or climb to the next two point of interest. One of them is the Pope Pio IX Statue, and the other one is, I would say, a nice church, but they're in the hills, so make sure that you've got enough speed to see those details. It's the Penha Church, which is the first one we're gonna visit. It's right, it's almost below us. Here it is. And then here we've got the Pope Pio IX Statue. which is pretty close to the church. Watch out because there's some electrical cabling pretty close to it. So make sure that you have, well, let's say, enough altitude before looking at that one. So we're gonna do one other pass before we end this video. There are some more point of interest in the city itself, but those are, I'd say, not marked as point of interest. So keep that in mind. A few of them are as follows: is the Aqui Portugal wall, Teleferico, and the Campo da Feira gardens, and there's a hotel, but I wasn't able to spot them because they were not marked as point of interest. But if you're familiar in this area, then you probably know where to find them. So here we've got the church again and the statue. And if we would decrease speed and altitude, watch out for the cables again, then you can see the level of detail which they have added to the both the statue and to the church. Right, so a lot of, I would say, nice things have been added. So if you want to fly in Portugal, I want to say visit some other nice cities, then have a look at this I would say package, which contains multiple points of interest. The package itself can be downloaded from flightsim.2, so I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can have a look at it. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.